Hi everyone, Dr. Mika here again, your health advocate. If you're new on this channel, welcome. Please click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, like and share this video. Please subscribe. Last week I was talking about patient rights and responsibility, and today I will discuss further on this same topic: your rights and responsibilities as a patient in a hospital. Do you actually know that it is your right as a patient in a hospital that you should be treated respectfully by your healthcare providers? Either your doctors, your nurses, pharmacists, speech pathologists, or whoever. During your hospital stay, you are to be respected as a patient. It is your right. It's not a favor. It is your right. It is your right. Do you also know that it is your right as a patient to know the name of whoever comes into your room during your hospital stay? Because oftentimes you see a lot of people put on ward coats in the hospital and they will just go into a patient's room. So you as a patient, it is your right to know the name of whoever is coming into your room, putting on a white coat, because we all have different roles in patient management and care in the hospital. So therefore, anyone that doesn't have business in your care should not come into your room while in the hospital admission. And if they do, it is your right to request to know the name and their role in the hospital. Do you also know that it is your right as a patient in a hospital that you have the right to privacy? This implies that your diagnosis, your health records should be kept private and should only be made known to those who are concerned or involved in the management of your care plan. It is your right, it's not a favor. It is your right to privacy. Do you also know that it is your right as a patient to have your medical record kept confidential? So, therefore, confidentiality is your right. You have the trust and confidence on your healthcare provider. That is why you come to the hospital. So, if your health record is not kept confidential and you get to know about your health information elsewhere or outside the hospital, it is your right to report the hospital management to the appropriate authority so that disciplinary actions will be taken against those healthcare or health officers that are involved in leaking of your healthcare record. So it is your right and not a favor. It is your right as a patient in a hospital. You have the right. Do you also know that it is your right to receive emergency treatment without unnecessary delay? For instance, an accident victim. In developing countries like ours, like Nigeria, for instance, when an accident victim is brought to the hospital management will request for police reports from a dying patient. It is now your right to receive emergency procedure without unnecessary delay by the hospital management. Perhaps if they do, it means that you have the right to report the hospital management to the appropriate authorities so that the disciplinary action can be taken against the hospital. It's also your right to participate in an ongoing studies, research studies. If you're being approached during your hospital stay to participate in the research studies, it is your right to participate if you wish. It is also your right to decline. So you do not have to be forced to participate in a research. Perhaps if you start the research with them and midway you feel that, oh, you don't like what they are doing, it is your right to stop and you cannot be forced. It is your right. You need to know your right. It is also your right during your hospital stay or hospital admission that you deserve the right to enjoy quality care and high professional standard with continual review of your, your health plan during your stay in the hospital. It is your right and not a favor. It is your right as a patient to refuse any drugs, treatment, or procedure after being explained the medical consequences. It is your right to refuse the treatment by law. It is your right as a patient to seek a second opinion from another doctor. For instance, if you have received a diagnosis from a particular facility, it is your right to seek another opinion or a second opinion from another doctor in another facility just for you to be convinced, but at your own expense. It is your right to choose what to do or what to take in as a patient. It is your right and not a favor. It is your right. So, do you like what you're watching? Please click on the subscribe button, like and share the videos. Do you also know that it's your right to right treatment and care without regards to your race, your skin color, your sexual orientation, your religion affiliation, your nationality, or even disability? It is your right to get that right care. It is also your right to request from the hospital management to direct you to some NGOs that can help you pay off your medical bills. Yes, there are some non-governmental organizations that helps patients in paying off their medical bills if they are unable to do so. So it is your right to ask the hospital management to direct you to some of these NGOs as they know better than you do. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe, like and share the video. Thank you for watching. Hasta luego.